Introduction Life rewards those who understand the balance between smart decisions and strong effort. Many people work hard but stay stuck. Others try to work smart but never push themselves enough to break limits. Real success lives in the middleware. A sharp mind meets consistent action. This book is written for anyone who feels they can do more, become more, and achieve more, but doesn't know how to unlock their full potential. Imagine a life where your days feel clear, your work feels meaningful, and your results grow faster than ever. Imagine waking up with purpose, working with focus, and ending each day with progress you can feel. This is not a dream, it is a system built on two truths. Think smart, work hard. Repeat: when you combine the power of smart strategy with the strength of disciplined effort, every goal becomes possible. This book will guide you step by step. You will learn how to plan, how to stay focused, how to control your mind, how to build habits that last, how to remove distractions, and how to become the strongest version of yourself. The journey will not feel difficult. The language is simple. The flow is smooth. And every chapter connects naturally to the next, just like a teacher walking with you, not ahead of you. Let this book be the turning point. From this page onward, your life begins to rise, because now you are not only working hard, you are working smarter and harder, the unstoppable combination. Chapter 1. Understanding the Balance. 1,400 words. Success is not a mystery. It is not a secret code that only a few people understand. It is a combination of choices, habits, mindset, and consistent effort. But most importantly, success is the result of balancing two powerful forces: smart work and hard work. People often treat them as opposites, as if you must choose one and ignore the other. Some say you should work smart and avoid hard work. Others say only hard work matters and smart work is overrated. But the truth is simple and timeless: you need both. Smart work gives you direction, hard work gives you power. When these two forces come together, you become unstoppable. Think of a car. Smart work is the map that tells you where to go. Hard work is the engine that takes you there. What happens if you have a strong engine but no map? You will drive fast but in the wrong direction. What happens if you have the best map but your engine has no fuel? You will know the path but never move. Success is the journey where you know the direction and have the fuel to reach your destination. This chapter helps you understand why balance matters, how these forces work together, and how to use both in your life. Because once you understand the relationship between smart work and hard work, everything in your life becomes more powerful. You stop wasting time. You stop feeling stuck. You start making progress with every step, every hour, every day. Many people make the mistake of working extremely hard without thinking clearly. They keep pushing with all their energy, but they don't check if their path is right. They don't ask if their method is correct. They don't question whether their habits support their goals. So they keep struggling, working long hours, but still feel like they are standing in the same place. Hard work is important, but hard work without direction becomes exhaustion. On the other hand, some people avoid effort. They read books, watch motivational videos, make plans, write notes, but never take real action. They are always preparing, but never performing. They want results without sweat, growth without sacrifice, success without struggle. Smart work is important, but smart work without effort becomes imagination. These two mistakes are common because people misunderstand success. Success is not just about working long hours or thinking clever ideas. It is about aligning your thinking with your effort. Smart work helps you make the right decisions. Hard work helps you follow those decisions with strength. Smart work reduces mistakes. Hard work increases progress. Smart work saves energy. Hard work builds discipline. Let's go deeper. Imagine two students. Both want to become top of their class. Student A studies for 6 hours every day, but does not organize his time. He jumps from one subject to another, checks his phone every few minutes, and reads without understanding. He is working hard, but not smart. Student B studies for only 3 hours a day, but before she starts, she plans her subjects, removes distractions, makes notes, and focuses deeply. She works smart, and then works hard. Who succeeds? Obviously, Student B, but why? Because effectiveness is more powerful than effort alone. When you combine clarity with consistency, your results grow faster. Your mind becomes sharper. Your stress goes down. You start seeing progress every day. This applies to all areas of life: career, business, fitness, relationships, learning, and personal growth. Smart work is choosing the right method, the right time, the right priority, the right path. Hard work is pushing yourself, staying disciplined, and doing the work even when you don't feel motivated. Smart work shows you what matters. Hard work gives you the discipline to do it. You must understand one important truth: smart work cannot replace hard work. Hard work cannot replace smart work. They are partners. Think about a farmer. Smart work tells him which crop to plant, when to plant it, how to water it, and how to protect it. Hard work is the daily effort of planting, watering, and taking care of the field. Without smart work, the farmer wastes his seeds. Without hard work, the farmer wastes his potential. In your life, you are the farmer. Your dreams are your seeds. Your planning is smart work. Your daily action is hard work. And your success is the harvest. Let's look at how smart work and hard work connect. 1. Smart work saves time. Working smart helps you avoid unnecessary steps. You learn shortcuts, better strategies, and effective methods. You don't waste your hours on things that don't matter. When you work smart, you get more done in less time. 2. Hard work builds strength, discipline, patience, and resilience come from hard work. When you push yourself, you become stronger. You build habits. You build character. Smart work can show the path, but only hard work builds the muscles to walk it. 3. Smart work reduces mistakes when you plan, think, and analyze. Before acting, you make fewer mistakes, or if you make them, you recognize them early and correct them quickly. 4. Hard work creates confidence. When you know you put in effort, you trust yourself. Confidence grows every time you take action. You stop doubting your abilities because your actions become proof of your strength. 5. Smart work clarifies priorities. You learn what is important and what is not. You stop doing unnecessary work. You avoid distractions. You focus on the tasks that produce real results. 6. Hard work makes success inevitable when you work consistently. Success cannot escape you. Even if you start slow, even if you make mistakes, your dedication brings results. Now, the question is, how do you build the perfect balance? You start by thinking before acting. You ask yourself, what is the best way to do this? What steps are necessary and what steps are not? What is my goal? Is my current method the most effective? Once you know the right path, you commit to it fully. You work without excuses. You stay disciplined. You show up every day. You give your best energy. You stay consistent even on days when you don't feel like it. This balance becomes a lifestyle. It becomes a mindset. It becomes a habit. Smart work shows you how to win. Hard work gives you the power to win. In this chapter, the message is simple but powerful. Stop choosing between smart work and hard work. Use both. When you combine these two forces, you become more focused, more productive, more disciplined, and more successful. Your work becomes meaningful. Your progress becomes visible. And your life starts to change. This balance is the foundation of the entire book. Every chapter you read next will help you grow this balance in your daily life, so you can rise higher, move faster, and become the strongest version of yourself. Chapter 2. The power of clear goals. Clarity is one of the greatest powers a human being can have. When your mind knows exactly what it wants, your energy becomes sharp, your actions become meaningful, and your results become stronger. Most people fail not because they are weak, not because they are lazy, and not because they lack talent. They fail because their direction is unclear. They don't know what they truly want, where they want to go, or what steps they should take. Without clarity, even hard work becomes scattered. It feels like pushing a heavy door that never opens. But when you gain clarity, the same effort starts opening new possibilities. Clear goals turn confusion into focus, dreams into plans, and actions into results. They become the guiding light of your journey. If smart work is your map and hard work is your fuel, then goals are the destination you are traveling toward. Without a destination, even the best planning has no meaning. Without goals, you move but do not progress. You try things, but you don't know why. You work, but you feel empty because there is no vision pulling you forward. Think about an arrow. Before it can hit the target, it needs 3 things: a strong bow, a sharp arrow, and a clear target. Hard work is the bow. When you set clear goals, your mind stops wandering. You stop wasting energy on things that don't help you. You stop comparing your life with others. You stop feeling lost. Suddenly, your path becomes visible. You start waking up with purpose. A person without goals wakes up every day reacting to life. A person with goals wakes up creating life. This difference is huge. Person B says, I will lose 10 kilograms in 90 days by running every morning and eating healthier. Who will succeed? When your goals are crystal clear, your mind works differently. You start seeing opportunities you never noticed before. Your brain becomes alert and focused. Psychologists call this the reticular activating system, a filter in your brain that starts noticing things related to your goals. If you set a goal to start a business, you suddenly notice ideas, books, and conversations related to entrepreneurship. If you set a goal to study for an exam, you begin noticing resources and techniques to help you succeed. Your brain helps you move toward your goals, but only when you define them clearly. This chapter will teach you how to set strong, meaningful, and powerful goals. Goals that guide your actions. Goals that inspire you. Goals that make you stronger. The first step is understanding the 2 types of goals: long-term goals and short-term goals. Long-term goals are your vision. They show where you want to be in the next 5, 10, or even 20 years. They tell you what kind of life you want to live, what kind of person you want to become, and what level of success you want to reach. These goals give your life direction and meaning. Short-term goals are your steps. They break your long-term dreams into daily actions. For example, if your long-term goal is to become a successful YouTuber, your short-term goals could be: upload 1 video every week, improve editing skills. When you break your goals into steps, success becomes less scary. The mountain becomes a staircase. The journey becomes possible. But goal setting is not only about writing dreams on paper. It is about creating goals that feel meaningful, realistic, and exciting. Goals that move your emotions. Goals that wake you up early and keep you working late. Goals that create identity. Powerful goals have 3 qualities. You know if you're moving forward or not. 3. They are connected to your purpose. You want them for yourself, not because of society, pressure, or comparison. Many people set goals based on what others are doing. They choose careers because relatives want it. They choose dreams because social media shows it. But goals you don't truly want will never give you the energy to work hard. You must choose goals connected to your heart, not someone else's expectations. Once you set your goals, the next step is to commit to them. Commitment means you don't give up when things get difficult. You don't stop when progress slows. You don't quit when you face challenges. Every dream comes with obstacles. Every goal tests your patience. But if your goal matters to you, you keep going. Commitment transforms ordinary people into successful ones. Talent is nice, but commitment is stronger. Intelligence helps, but commitment wins. Motivation comes and goes, but commitment stays. There will be days when you feel tired. Days when you feel unmotivated. Days when nothing seems to work. On those days, your goals remind you why you started. They push you to keep moving. They protect you from giving up. Another important truth is this: clarity builds confidence. When you know what you want, you feel powerful. When your goals are clear, your decisions become easier. You don't doubt yourself every 5 minutes. You don't waste energy thinking about what to do next. You don't worry if you're on the right path. Your clarity becomes your confidence. This chapter is not about forcing you to choose goals. It is about helping you discover them. Ask yourself, what do I truly want? Where do I see myself in the future? What kind of life do I dream about? What skills do I want to master? What habits do I want to build? What problems do I want to solve in my life? Your answers will guide you. Your goals will shape you. Remember, these goals are not just things you want. They are things that help you become the person you are meant to be. Every goal changes you. Every goal shapes you. Every goal builds you. When you set goals and work toward them, you stop living on autopilot. You start living with intention. You start controlling your life instead of letting life control you. Clarity is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Without clarity, your effort becomes scattered. With clarity, your effort becomes powerful. This chapter teaches you that the first step to working smarter and harder is knowing exactly what you are working for. Chapter 3. Building Laser Focus. Focus is one of the most powerful skills in the world, yet it is also one of the rarest. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Your phone vibrates. Notifications pop up. People interrupt you. Thoughts wander. Your mind jumps from one thing to another with little control. Because of this, staying focused has become a challenge for almost everyone. But here is the truth. Success belongs to the focused, no matter how smart you are, no matter how hard-working you are. If your mind cannot stay on one goal long enough, you will never see your full potential. Laser focus means giving your complete attention to one thing at a time. It means cutting away distractions, ignoring noise, and directing all your mental energy into the task in front of you. The word laser is important here. A normal light spreads in many directions, but a laser beam is sharp, powerful, and concentrated. That is why it can cut through steel. Your mind works the same way. But why is focus so important? When you are truly focused, tasks that normally take hours can be finished in minutes. You remember more. You'll think clearer. You'll solve problems faster. Focus is like a superpower that multiplies the impact of your effort. They think doing many things at once means working smart, but multitasking is not. Smart work is divided attention. Science has proven that the human brain cannot fully focus on two things at the same time. What we call multitasking is actually switching quickly between tasks. Every switch wastes energy. Laser focus is the opposite of this. It means doing one thing with full attention until it's done. It means finishing instead of starting many things. It means choosing depth over speed. A focused person achieves more in 1 hour than a distracted person achieves in 3. This chapter will teach you how to build laser focus, how to protect your attention, and how to train your mind to stay sharp. Let's begin by understanding the enemy of focus: distraction. Distraction doesn't only come from outside, it also comes from within. External distractions are things like phones, noise, unnecessary conversations, and interruptions. Internal distractions are thoughts, worries, boredom, and emotional stress. Both can destroy your focus. If you want to build laser focus, you must learn to control both. The first step to improving focus is protecting your environment. Your environment shapes your behavior more than you realize. If your study or work area is full of noise, clutter, or distractions, your mind will never be able to concentrate fully. A clean table, a quiet space, and a simple environment create powerful focus. Remove everything you don't need during your work. The fewer distractions around you, the sharper your attention becomes. The second step is controlling your phone. The biggest enemy of focus today is the smartphone. The third step is training your mind with deep work. Deep work means working with full concentration without interruptions. It means choosing a time block, maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour, and focusing only on one task. No phone, no switching tabs, no checking messages. Just pure, Deep focus. At first, it might feel uncomfortable because your brain is used to distractions, but slowly, your mind will become stronger. Deep work builds mental muscles. It teaches your mind how to stay in one place. Another powerful technique is the Pomodoro method, working for 25 minutes, then taking a short 5-minute break. This helps your brain stay fresh while maintaining strong focus. When you take small breaks, your mind resets. When you come back, your focus becomes sharper. This method is especially helpful for students, writers, and professionals. Laser focus also requires a clear mind. If your thoughts are messy, your focus will be weak. You need to calm your internal world to stay present. This chapter would not be complete without discussing mental discipline. Building laser focus is not a one-time change, it is a habit. You must practice it every day. At first, you will struggle. At first, you will get distracted. At first, your mind will run away. That is normal. Focus is like a muscle. You must train it. You listen deeply. You understand better. You feel more present. Your relationships improve. Your learning improves. Your career improves. Focus is the skill that transforms every part of your life. Laser focus is not magic. It is a collection of small, simple habits: protecting your environment, controlling your phone, practicing deep work, calming your mind, sleeping well, and training your attention daily. When you master focus, you master progress. Your attention is your strongest asset, because the person who learns to focus becomes the person who learns to succeed. Chapter 4. The Power of Focus. Protect your energy. Protect your goals. Focus is the silent engine behind every great success story. It is not loud. It does not demand attention, but it shapes your entire future. When you see successful people, you often notice their achievements. What you don't see is the deep level of focus that created those achievements. Focus is not just about doing one task. It is about aligning your mind, your time, and your actions with the things that truly matter. This chapter will teach you how to protect your focus and use it as a powerful weapon in your smart hard work journey. Most people fail not because they lack talent. They fail because they are distracted. They spend hours on tasks that don't matter, conversations that drain energy, and habits that steal time. They let their minds jump from one thing to another without direction. And when a person lacks direction, even the strongest effort loses its impact. Imagine a flashlight. Its light spreads everywhere, wide but weak. Now, imagine a laser. Its light is narrow but powerful enough to cut through metal. That is the difference between a life full of distractions and a life full of focus. When you work smarter and harder, focus becomes the center of your growth. Smart work tells you what to focus on. Hard work keeps you focused long enough to see results. Together, they build success that lasts. But before learning how to strengthen focus, we must understand one important truth. You cannot control everything around you, but you can control what you give your attention to. Your attention decides your future. Wherever your attention goes, your life follows. There are 3 kinds of focus you must master. Focus on your goals, focus on your habits, and focus on your energy. These 3 areas control your success more than anything else. First, Focus on your goals. You cannot hit a target you cannot see. Many people say they want success, but they don't even know what that really means for them. They work hard, but they work in circles. They feel tired, busy, overwhelmed, but not fulfilled. Why? Because their energy is scattered. To fix this, you must define what you want clearly. A clear goal acts like a map. Without it, even your hardest effort becomes wasted. With it, even your smallest effort becomes meaningful. Set goals that are realistic, but also challenging. Make them clear. Make them visible. Remind yourself of them every single day. When your goal is strong, focus becomes easier. Next, focus on your habits. Goals give direction, but habits build the road. You can't achieve a big dream with weak habits. Daily habits decide who you become. If your habits are aligned with your goals, success becomes automatic. If they are not, you create your own struggle. Many people rely on motivation, but motivation fades. Habits stay. Focus on building small, powerful habits that move you forward. Planning, learning, practicing, saving, training. Even small habits can create big results over time. When you repeat good habits, focus becomes natural because your mind learns where your energy should go every day. Finally, focus on your energy. Your energy is limited. No matter how strong you are, you only have a certain amount of mental and emotional power each day. If you give your energy to people who drain you, to tasks that don't matter, to negativity, to overthinking, then you will not have the strength left for the things that matter. Protect your energy, like you protect your money. Be selective about where your mind goes, who you talk to, what you consume online, and how you spend your time. Your energy is your fuel. If you waste it, your journey becomes slow. If you use it wisely, you move faster than you ever imagined. One of the biggest enemies of focus today is distractions, especially digital distractions. Your phone, notifications, social media, they are designed to steal your attention. Every time you check your phone, your brain loses focus. It can take several minutes to regain concentration. Multiply that by dozens of interruptions a day, and you see how much progress is destroyed without you even realizing it. To work smarter, you must take back control. Create phone-free working times. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Limit social media use. Use your phone as a tool, not as a source of distraction. When you win against distractions, you win back your life. But focus is not only about avoiding distractions. It is also about creating clarity inside you. A mind filled with worry, fear, anger, or confusion cannot focus. Emotional clutter is as dangerous as digital clutter. This is why mental discipline is important. Learn to calm your mind. Learn to breathe, pause, and reset. When needed, learn to think before reacting. When your mind is calm, focus becomes strong. When your mind is chaotic, focus disappears. Inner peace is part of smart work. There is another powerful technique to improve focus. Many people think multitasking makes them productive. In reality, multitasking weakens focus and increases mistakes. Your brain is not designed to do several high-quality tasks at the same time. When you multitask, you are not doing multiple things, are switching rapidly between them. This switching burns energy and reduces efficiency. Instead, choose one important task and give it your full attention. Finish it, then move to the next. Single tasking may feel slower, but in the long run, it saves time and improves quality. Smart workers and high achievers use single tasking to stay sharp. Another secret of strong focus is working in blocks of time. This technique is known as deep work. You set a block of 30 to 60 minutes where you work with complete concentration. No phone, no talking, no distractions. After the block ends, you rest for a few minutes, then start again. This method trains your brain to enter a deep focus state. When you practice this daily, your productivity doubles or even triples. Hard work becomes more effective. Smart work becomes easier. You start doing more in less time. But focus also requires discipline. You must train your mind like a muscle. The more you practice focus, the stronger it becomes. Start with small steps, if needed. 10 minutes of deep focus today, 15 minutes tomorrow. Slowly increase the time. Over weeks, you will notice a big change in your mental strength. Discipline is not something you are born with. It is something you build. Every day you focus, you increase your discipline. Every day you give up, you weaken Italiano. Choose discipline. Choose progress. Another powerful element of focus is your environment. The space you work in influences your mind more than you think. A messy room creates a messy mind. A noisy environment creates a distracted mind. A clean and organized space supports clarity. Create an environment that helps you focus. Keep your workspace clean, remove distractions, and make it a place where your mind feels clear and ready. Your environment should support your goals, not fight against them. Remember, focus is not about perfection. It is about direction. You don't have to be focused every second of your day. You just need to be focused when it matters. If you can protect your focus during the most important tasks of your day, you will outperform most people, because most people lose focus easily. Most people let distractions control them. Most people let their mind wander. But not you. You are choosing a different path. A path where your attention serves your goals, not your impulses. In the end, focus is love for your dreams, love for your future, love for the life you want to build. Because when you love something deeply, you protect it. Focus is proof that you are serious about your goals. When you focus, you tell the world, my dreams matter. And when your dreams matter, your actions become powerful. Focus turns average effort into exceptional results. It turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. It turns dreams into reality. When you master focus, you master your destiny. This is the power you carry within you. Use it. Protect it. Strengthen it, and let it guide you to the life you deserve. Chapter 5. Discipline, the bridge between dreams and reality. Discipline is the invisible force that separates people who wish from people who achieve. You can have dreams as high as the sky, talent as deep as the ocean, and ideas brighter than the sun, but without discipline, nothing grows. Dreams stay dreams. Plans stay plans. Ideas stay ideas. Discipline is the bridge that carries your goals from imagination to reality. In this chapter, you will understand why discipline is more powerful than motivation, and how it becomes the engine behind both smart work and hard work. Motivation is a feeling, but discipline is a decision. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Motivation depends on mood. Discipline depends on commitment. Motivation is loud and exciting. Discipline is quiet, but consistent. People wait for motivation, but successful people rely on discipline. They know that if they only work when they feel like working, they will never reach their full potential. But if they show up every day, even on the days they feel tired, lazy, sad, or distracted, then success becomes certain. When you work smarter and harder, discipline becomes your strongest weapon. Smart work shows you the right path. Hard work takes you forward, but discipline keeps you moving, even when the path becomes difficult. Many people start strong but cannot stay consistent. They begin with excitement, but the excitement fades. They set big goals, but their habits do not support their goals. This is where discipline becomes essential. Discipline is doing what is necessary, not what is easy. Think of discipline like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. If you practice discipline every day, even in small ways, you build inner strength. If you avoid responsibility and look for comfort, your discipline weakens. Every choice you make is like training a muscle. Either you strengthen discipline or you strengthen excuses. The question is simple. Which one are you training? One of the biggest truths about discipline is this: your life follows your habits, not your hopes. People often hope for success, hope for change, hope for a better future, but hope alone does nothing. Discipline turns hope into action. Discipline transforms effort into results. Every successful person you admire has one thing in common: strong discipline. They show up daily. They practice daily. They improve daily. They don't rely on luck. They rely on their commitment. But discipline is not about being perfect. It is about being consistent. Perfection is impossible. Consistency is powerful. Even if you make mistakes, even if you have bad days, even if you fall off track, what matters is that you return. Discipline is the ability to start again. Discipline is the strength to continue. Discipline is the courage to say, I will not quit. To build discipline, you must first understand your why. Why do you want success? Why do you want to improve your life? Why do your dreams matter? When your why is strong, discipline becomes easier because your heart is connected to your goals. A weak why leads to weak discipline. A strong why creates unstoppable discipline. Sit quietly and ask yourself, what am I fighting for? When you know the answer, your discipline becomes powerful. Another way to build discipline is to create structure. Structure means setting clear rules for yourself, rules that protect your time, your energy, and your progress. Wake up at a certain time. Sleep at a certain time. Work at a certain time. Study at a certain time. Exercise at a certain time. When your day has structure, your mind becomes disciplined. You stop depending on mood. You follow a plan. Structure removes confusion. Structure removes excuses. Structure creates discipline. But discipline also requires sacrifice. You cannot achieve a great life while holding on to bad habits. You must let go of the things that pull you backward. Laziness, procrastination, negativity, unhealthy routines, time-wasting activities, useless entertainment. Sacrifice is not a punishment. It is a choice to give up something small for something great. Every sacrifice you make today gives you a better tomorrow. Discipline teaches you to choose long-term success over short-term pleasure. There is another important part of discipline. Self-control means managing your emotions, your reactions, your impulses. Without self-control, discipline cannot exist. You must learn to control your mind instead of letting your mind control you. When you feel lazy but still work, that is self-control. When you feel angry but stay calm, that is self-control. When you feel distracted but stay focused, that is self-control is a superpower. It separates strong minds from weak ones. To strengthen discipline, you must also create accountability. Accountability means being responsible for your actions. You can keep a journal, track your habits, set weekly goals, or share your goals with someone you trust. When you track progress, you stay honest with yourself. When you stay honest, you stay disciplined. Accountability stops you from lying to yourself, and self-honesty is the foundation of self. But remember, discipline is not a punishment. It is freedom. It frees you from the chains of procrastination. It frees you from guilt. It frees you from regret. It frees you from a life filled with, I wish I had. Discipline gives you a life filled with, I'm glad I. Did people with discipline enjoy life more? Because they earn their success. They respect themselves because they keep their own promises. They feel confident because they trust their ability to follow through. Discipline is self-respect in action. When you combine discipline with smart work, you stop wasting time and energy on the wrong things. You think before acting, you plan before moving. You choose wisely. You stay organized. When you combine discipline with hard work, you keep going even when the work becomes boring or difficult. You push through resistance. You finish what you start. You grow stronger every day. Success becomes simple when you become disciplined. It may not be easy, but it becomes simple. You know what to do. You do it. You repeat it. And your life begins to change. It may take weeks, months, or even years, but discipline guarantees progress. And progress, even slow progress, leads to transformation. The truth is this: discipline will test you. Some days you will feel strong. Some days you will feel weak. Some days you will want to give up. Some days you will question yourself. These moments are normal. They are part of the journey. But if you stay disciplined, you will rise above these moments. Discipline teaches you that feelings are temporary, but your future is permanent. Do not let temporary emotions destroy your permanent goals. In the end, discipline is a form of love. Love for your dreams, love for your future, love for the person you want to become. When you are disciplined, you are telling yourself, I deserve a better life, and I'm willing to work for it. Discipline is self-love, disguised as hard work. Remember, 'tis dreams create excitement, but discipline creates change. Discipline is not the enemy. It is your greatest ally. It is the force that turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. If you master discipline, you can master anything in life. Chapter 6. Time Mastery. Controlling the clock before it controls you. Time is the most valuable resource you have. Money can be earned again, energy can be restored, opportunities can return, but time never comes back. Once a moment is gone, it is gone forever. This simple truth should change the way you think about your days, your routines, and your goals. If you want to work smarter and harder, you must learn how to master time instead of letting time master you. Most people are not unsuccessful because they lack talent. They are unsuccessful because they waste time. They spend their days reacting instead of planning, drifting instead of directing, and repeating the same habits without questioning them. They say they want a better future, but they do not change how they spend their hours. And the reality is this: your life is shaped by how you use your time. Time mastery means understanding that every hour has value. Success is not built on luck. It is built on hours that are used wisely. When you manage your time with discipline and clarity, you create space for growth, learning, achievement, and peace. Without time mastery, even hard work becomes scattered and inefficient. The first step in mastering time is awareness. You must know where your time currently goes. Many people believe they are busy, but they are actually unproductive. They confuse activity with progress. They think working all day means they are moving forward, but in reality, they are stuck in tasks that don't matter. Take a day and observe yourself. How much time do you spend on social media? How often do you check your phone? How much time is wasted on worrying, overthinking, or doing things that add no value? Awareness is the beginning of change. Once you understand your time patterns, the next step is prioritization. Not everything in life is important. Not everything deserves your attention. There are tasks that move you toward your goals, and tasks that keep you busy but empty. When you prioritize correctly, your life becomes lighter and more focused. Use a simple rule. The most important tasks should come first, not the easiest ones. Many people start their day with small tasks because they feel comfortable, but this destroys productivity. Start with the tasks that require the most energy, focus, and discipline. When you handle your biggest tasks early, your confidence grows, your energy stays high, and you create momentum. Another key to time mastery is planning. A day without a plan is a day lost. When you wake up without direction, you become a slave to distractions. But when you plan your day, you control what happens. You control your hours. You control your focus. Every night, create a simple plan for the next day. Write down what you must complete. Write down what you want to complete. Keep your list small and realistic. Planning gives your mind clarity. It removes confusion. It prepares you for tomorrow before tomorrow arrives. However, planning alone is not enough. You must also learn time blocking. Time blocking means dividing your day into sections. Each section has a specific purpose: work, study, exercise, family, rest, reading. When you give every part of your day a job, you reduce distractions. Your mind knows what to do at each moment. Time blocking creates discipline. It removes wasted hours. It gives structure to your life. One of the biggest enemies of productivity is multitasking. Many people believe they save time by doing many things at once, but multitasking actually destroys focus, increases stress, and reduces the quality of your work. The brain cannot concentrate deeply when it jumps from task to task. You lose clarity, and you lose time. The smarter and more powerful way is single tasking, doing one thing with full attention. When you give your whole mind to one task, you finish faster, better, and with less mental exhaustion. But mastering time also requires learning to say no. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, you say no to something important. Many people destroy their productivity because they fear disappointing others. They agree to things that steal their time and energy. They agree to unnecessary tasks, pointless conversations, and obligations that do not support their goals. You must protect your time with strength. You must say no with confidence. Your future depends on it. Another part of time mastery is understanding your energy cycles. Not every hour of the day is equal. Some hours your mind is sharp, your creativity is high, your focus is strong. These are your golden hours. Use these for your most important tasks. Don't waste them on simple or boring activities. Save less important tasks for your low-energy hours, like emails, cleaning, small errands, or routine work. When you match your tasks with your energy, you become far more productive. To work smarter, you must also eliminate. These include aimless scrolling on your phone, gossip and drama, unnecessary notifications, overthinking long and unplanned breaks, people who drain your energy, tasks you don't really need to do. Every time waster you remove gives you more hours for things that matter. Every hour you reclaim is an investment in your future. Another important part of time mastery is rest. Many people misunderstand rest. They think rest is laziness, but rest is necessary. A tired mind cannot produce quality work. Rest is part of productivity. You must give your brain breaks, short breaks during work, longer breaks after big tasks, days of rest when you feel mentally overloaded. Rest renews your focus. Rest sharpens your creativity. Rest makes your work stronger. Working smarter means knowing when to work hard and when to recover. Time mastery also involves reviewing your progress. At the end of each day, look back and ask, what did I finish? What slowed me down? What distracted me? What can I improve tomorrow? This small reflection creates massive growth over time. You learn your patterns. You fix your weaknesses. You refine your habits. You become more efficient every day. One powerful technique for time mastery is the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. This prevents small tasks from piling up and stealing your mental space. It keeps your day clean and organized. Another technique is batching. Batching means grouping similar tasks together. Checking emails once or twice a day instead of every hour. Doing all small tasks at one time. Planning your week on one day. Batching reduces stress and increases speed because your mind stays in the same mode longer. If you want true success, you must also learn the difference between urgent and important. Urgent tasks demand attention now. Important tasks build your future. Most people get trapped in urgent tasks, responding to messages, solving small issues, handling quick requests. But successful people focus on important tasks, learning new skills, creating value, building their dreams. Smart workers know how to separate the two. Remember, time management is not about controlling the clock. It is about controlling your choices. Every choice you make with your time shapes your future. Choose easily, choose with purpose. In the end, time mastery is self-respect. When you manage your time, you respect your goals. When you waste your time, you disrespect your potential. Time is life. How you use your time is how you use your life. If you master your hours, you will master your destiny. And when you combine time mastery with smart work and hard work, success becomes unavoidable. Time is your greatest gift. Use it with intelligence, intention, and discipline. Chapter 7. Mindset of Discipline. Becoming the person who never stops. There is a powerful truth about success that most people never understand. Your goals don't decide your future, your discipline does. A goal is a dream on paper. Discipline is the bridge that takes you there. Deep work gives you focus, but discipline gives you consistency. Without discipline, even the smartest person fails. With discipline, even an ordinary person becomes unstoppable. And the strongest reality is this: discipline is not something you're born with. It is something you build, slowly, daily, through habits, choices, and mindset. This chapter will take you deep inside the psychology of discipline and show you how to create an unshakable mindset, a mindset that keeps going when you feel tired, a mindset that keeps pushing when others quit, a mindset that transforms a normal person into a high-achieving, focused, powerful human being. Let's begin with a hook that cuts deep. Motivation makes you start. Discipline makes you finish. Motivation is emotional. It fades. Some days you feel excited. Some days you don't. But success does not care about your mood. Your dreams don't grow on motivation. They grow on discipline. Discipline is steady. Discipline is silent. Discipline shows up regardless of feelings. Motivation is a visitor. Discipline is a lifestyle. If you want to master deep work, you must build the discipline mindset. The mindset that refuses to negotiate with excuses. 1. Discipline starts with your identity. Most people fail because they only focus on changing their habits. But deep work discipline starts deeper, with your identity. Tell yourself, I am a focused person. I am disciplined. I do the hard things. I show up even when I don't feel like it. When your identity changes, your habits change automatically. When you believe you are disciplined, you begin acting like a disciplined person. The strongest transformation happens inside before it shows outside. 2. The rule of non-negotiables. Discipline becomes easier when you remove Choose 2 to 3 things in your life that are non-negotiable. Meaning, you do them every day, no matter how you feel. For example, 1 deep work block, 30 minutes reading or skill building, a daily planning routine, a digital break, exercise, or meditation. These are not suggestions. Tesse are not. When I feel good habits, these are commitments. Once something becomes non-negotiable, your brain stops wasting energy deciding. You simply do it. This is how discipline becomes automatic. 3. Discipline is built in small moments, not big ones. People think discipline means big sacrifices, huge effort, or extreme routines. But the truth is the opposite. Discipline is built in small decisions. Waking up when your alarm rings, ignoring your phone during deep work, finishing your tasks, staying consistent, doing the next small step. Every small action becomes a vote for the identity you want to build. The small moments shape your future more than the big moments do. 4. The do it anyway principle. This is one of the most powerful discipline rules ever. You don't feel like working? Do it anyway. You feel tired? Do it anyway. You don't want to start. This simple mindset is what separates winners from watchers. Every time you do it anyway, you weaken the power of excuses and strengthen the power of discipline. 5. How to eliminate excuses forever. Excuses destroy discipline. Excuses are comfortable lies your mind tells you to avoid effort. But here's the truth. Your excuses are not facts. They are stories, and you can rewrite your story. Here are the most common excuses and how to defeat them. Excuse 1. Identity. Have time. Truth. You have time. You lack priority. Excuse 2. I'm not in the mood. Truth. Your mood does not control your future. Excuse 3. It's too hard. Truth. Hard things are what build strong people. Excuse 4. I'll do it later. Truth. Later is the home of failure. Excuse 5. I'm tired. Truth. You are tired of being undisciplined, not of working. Replace excuses with action. Replace fear with movement. Replace comfort with growth. 6. How to build unbreakable consistency. Consistency is the strongest form of discipline. Here is the most realistic and effective formula. The 85% rule. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be 100% disciplined. You don't need superhuman effort. Just be consistent 85% of the time. If you stay disciplined most days, you will achieve massive results. Consistency is stronger than intensity. 7. You feel low, your energy drops, your mind feels heavy, you don't want to do anything. These days are the real test. Here's what to do. Minimum action strategy if you cannot do 100%. Do 10%. Doing something even tiny keeps your discipline alive. 8. 3 hours of deep work greater than 10 hours of distracted work. Those 3 hours can transform your career, your skills, your future. Discipline is not about working longer. It is about working smarter. 9. The science of self-control. Here is a psychological truth. Your brain has a limited amount of willpower. If you waste it, you lose discipline. This is why your discipline collapses when you make too many decisions. You multitask, you stay on your phone, you stay in noisy environments. You jump between tasks. Self-control increases when you simplify life, you remove temptations. You plan your day, you follow routines, you protect your attention. Discipline isn't about being strong. It's about being smart with your energy. 10. I believe in my goals. I respect myself. I choose growth over comfort. Every act of discipline is a gift to the person you will become. The more you discipline your days, the more you liberate your future. You are building a new you up to this chapter. You have learned all to focus, how to build a deep work mindset, how to design a powerful environment, how to master your time, how to build discipline, how to stay consistent. You are not the same person you were when you started this book. You are becoming stronger, sharper, calmer, more powerful. You are building a version of yourself that few people ever achieve. The journey continues. Chapter 8. Resilience, bouncing back stronger every time life is unpredictable. No matter how much you plan, no matter how hard you work, challenges, failures, and setbacks are inevitable. Every successful person you admire has faced moments of doubt, disappointment, and defeat. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is resilience, the ability to bounce back, stronger every time life knocks you down. Resilience is not about avoiding pain. It is about learning to endure it, grow from it, and continue moving forward. This chapter will teach you how to develop resilience and make it the backbone of your smart and hard work journey. Resilience begins with perspective. Challenges are not punishments. They are lessons. Setbacks are not failures. They are stepping stones. Life does not happen to you. Life happens for you. When you adopt this mindset, every obstacle becomes an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. Resilient people see difficulty as a test of strength, not as a reason to quit. They know that pain is temporary, but the lessons learned are permanent. The first step to resilience is accepting reality. Many people waste energy resisting reality. They complain, argue, or blame others for circumstances they cannot control. This resistance drains their energy and slows progress. Resilience begins when you face the truth honestly. Accept what has happened, acknowledge your emotions, and then decide how to respond. Acceptance is not giving up. It is giving yourself the power to act wisely. Another critical element of resilience is emotional control. Life will trigger fear, anger, frustration, and sadness. Resilient people do not ignore these emotions, but they do not let emotions control their actions. They pause, breathe, reflect, and respond intentionally. Emotional control allows you to make decisions based on logic and long-term goals, not temporary feelings. Without it, you risk making impulsive choices that worsen your situation. Resilience also requires mental toughness. Mental toughness is the ability to endure discomfort, push past fatigue, and keep working when others would quit. It is the inner voice that says, "I will continue, no matter how hard it gets." Mental toughness grows through small, consistent challenges. Every time you face difficulty and persist, you strengthen your mental resilience. Over time, what once felt unbearable becomes manageable. Your confidence grows, and your fear of failure decreases. A key practice for building resilience is reframing failure. Failure is inevitable if you aim high, but it is not permanent. Every failure carries information about what works and what doesn't. When you reframe failure as feedback rather than judgment, You remove the fear that holds you back. Each setback becomes a roadmap for improvement. Successful people study their failures carefully, extract lessons, and adjust their strategies. Resilience is the ability to turn failure into fuel. Another important aspect of resilience is flexibility. Life does not always follow your plan. Unexpected events, changes in circumstances, and new challenges are constant. Resilient people are not rigid. They adapt, adjust, and pivot when needed. Flexibility allows you to navigate uncertainty without giving up. It turns obstacles into alternatives and delays into opportunities. Without flexibility, challenges feel like roadblocks. With flexibility, they become detours that still lead to your destination. Resilient people also build strong support systems. No one achieves greatness alone. Friends, mentors, coaches, and family provide guidance, encouragement, and perspective. Sharing challenges with the right people lightens your burden and strengthens your resolve. But choose your circle carefully. Surround yourself with people who inspire growth, not those who drain energy. Your network becomes a mirror that reflects your potential and reinforces resilience. Another critical habit for resilience is physical strength. Mental clarity and emotional stability are all necessary to endure challenges. Resilient people take care of their bodies, prioritize sleep, eat well, and exercise regularly. They recognize that energy is finite and that burnout weakens their ability to respond effectively to stress. Working smarter means managing your energy, not just your time. When you are strong, you can withstand the storms of life without losing direction. Resilience is also built through goal commitment. Clear goals act as anchors during turbulent times. When everything seems uncertain, your goals remind you why you continue. Commitment turns despair into determination, confusion into action, and pain into motivation. Without strong goals, setbacks feel like the end of the road. With them, they feel like bumps along the path. A practical tool for resilience is reflection. After every challenge, ask yourself, what went wrong? What can I learn from this? How can I improve for next time? Reflection turns mistakes into lessons and frustration into strategy. Over time, this habit develops foresight and reduces fear of future challenges. You start seeing every obstacle as temporary and solvable. Resilient people also cultivate patience. Growth and recovery take time. Quick fixes rarely last. Resilience is the long game. It requires enduring discomfort, learning, and slowly rebuilding. Patience allows you to persist without anxiety and keep moving forward even when immediate results are not visible. Success is rarely instant, but consistent, resilient effort makes it inevitable. Another element of resilience is self-belief. When life pushes back, doubt creeps in. A resilient mindset refuses to surrender to doubt. It trusts in preparation, learning, and effort. Self-belief is reinforced through daily wins, consistent action, and reflection on past achievements. Every small success reminds you of your capability, fueling the strength to face the next challenge. Visualization is another powerful tool. Imagine yourself overcoming obstacles, succeeding despite difficulties, and reaching your goals. Visualization strengthens your mind, reduces fear, and reinforces confidence. Resilient people picture victory even when surrounded by setbacks. This mental rehearsal prepares them for reality and reduces the emotional impact of challenges. Finally, resilience requires perseverance. The road to success is never smooth. There will be moments of doubt, moments of pain, and moments when giving up feels tempting. Perseverance is the refusal to quit. It is the commitment to continue no matter what. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Perseverance turns effort into momentum and momentum into results. The truth is, resilience is not born. It is built. Every challenge you face, every setback you overcome, every failure you learn from strengthens your ability to keep going. Life will test you, but you can train yourself to bounce back stronger every time. Resilience is the secret power behind every smart and hard worker. It is the force that allows them to continue when others stop, adapt when others break, and grow when others shrink. When you develop resilience, you stop fearing setbacks. You start viewing challenges as opportunities. You transform obstacles into growth. And most importantly, you protect your progress from being destroyed by temporary struggles. Resilience allows you to maintain momentum, continue learning, and keep moving toward your dreams, no matter what life throws at you. In conclusion, resilience is not about avoiding hardship. It is about facing it, learning from it, and using it to become stronger. Every failure, every disappointment, and every obstacle is a chance to grow. When you combine resilience with smart work, hard work, focus, discipline, and the right mindset, nothing can stop you. Resilience turns life's challenges into stepping stones. It transforms pain into power, and it ensures that no matter how many times you fall, you always rise higher than before. Chapter 9. Continuous learning. Grow every day. Improve every moment. The world never stops changing. New technologies emerge, industries evolve, and knowledge expands faster than ever before. In such a world, the person who stops learning stops growing. Continuous learning is not a choice. It is a necessity. To work smarter and harder, you must commit to becoming a lifelong student, not just in school, but in life, in work, and in your personal growth. Learning is more than gaining information. It is about improving your skills, expanding your perspective, and developing your mind. Every day offers an opportunity to become better, smarter, and more capable. Those who seize this opportunity rise above competition. Those who ignore it fall behind, no matter how talented or hardworking they are. Learning is the fuel that keeps your growth engine running. Without it, even hard work becomes repetitive, shallow, and limited. The first principle of continuous learning is curiosity. Curiosity is the spark that drives knowledge. Curious people ask questions, seek answers, and explore new ideas. They do not accept the world as it is. They want to understand it, improve it, and master it. Curiosity makes learning exciting instead of boring. It turns challenges into experiments and failures into lessons. If you want to grow, cultivate curiosity in every area of your life. Another principle is consistency. Learning is not about reading one book, attending one seminar, or watching one tutorial. It is about showing up every day, even if only for a few minutes. Small, daily actions compound over time. Reading 10 pages a day, practicing a skill for 30 minutes, or reflecting on your progress consistently will create massive growth in months and years. The most successful people are not those who learn occasionally. They are those who make learning a daily habit. Practical learning is more powerful than theoretical knowledge alone. Reading, watching, or listening is valuable, but applying what you learn is essential. Action turns information into skill. When you learn something new, experiment with it immediately. Try it in your work. Test it in your life. See what works and what does not. Learning becomes real when it creates results. Knowledge without action is wasted potential. Another important aspect of continuous learning is learning from failure. Failure is not the opposite of learning. It is an essential part of it. Every mistake carries a lesson. Every setback offers insight. Resilient learners study their failures carefully. They ask, what went wrong? What can I improve? How can I prevent this? Next time, the person who learns from failure grows faster than the person who only experiences success. Learning and failing are inseparable partners on the path to mastery. Surrounding yourself with the right people is another key to growth. Mentors, coaches, and peers who challenge you, guide you, and share knowledge accelerate your learning. Avoid environments that discourage growth. Surround yourself with people who inspire, educate, and push you to become better. Learning is not always found in books. It is often found in conversations, collaborations, and experiences shared with others. Reading is one of the simplest, yet most powerful ways to grow. Books condense knowledge, experience, and insight into lessons you can apply in your life. Make reading a habit. Explore books beyond your comfort zone. Read biographies of people who inspire you. Books about skills you want to master. and topics that expand your perspective. Each book is a doorway to new ideas, new strategies, and new possibilities. Listening is another underestimated form of learning. Podcasts, audiobooks, interviews, and lectures allow you to gain knowledge while doing other activities, like commuting or exercising. The key is to listen actively, not passively. Take notes, reflect on lessons, and apply insights immediately. Knowledge without reflection is like seeds left on the ground without water. It will not grow. Another important aspect of learning is self-reflection. Take time to analyze your actions, decisions, and results. Ask yourself, what did I do well? What could I improve? What habits helped me succeed? And which habits held me back? Reflection converts experience into understanding. Without it, life becomes a series of repeated mistakes. Continuous learners combine action with reflection to achieve mastery over time. Technology offers endless opportunities for growth. Online courses, tutorials, webinars, and apps allow you to learn skills faster than ever. But technology is only a tool. Discipline is the real power. Set aside specific time for learning. Make it part of your daily routine. Do not let distractions steal your attention from improving yourself. Use technology wisely to accelerate, not replace, the hard work of learning. Learning is also about developing a growth mindset. A growth mindset believes that skills and intelligence are not fixed, but can be developed with effort. It sees challenges as opportunities, criticism as feedback, and effort as the path to mastery. A person with a fixed mindset avoids challenges, fears failure, and believes talent alone guarantees success. A growth mindset fuels continuous learning because it believes every day is an opportunity to improve. Mentorship and guidance are key accelerators of learning. Learning from someone who has walked the path before you saves time, energy, and mistakes. A mentor can show you shortcuts, point out blind spots, and provide wisdom you cannot gain alone. Seek mentors, not just for advice, but also for accountability. Learning under guidance makes growth faster and more sustainable. Another critical principle is teaching others. Teaching forces you to clarify your understanding, organize your thoughts, and discover gaps in your knowledge. When you share what you know, you solidify your own learning. Mentoring, writing, or speaking about your skills transforms knowledge into mastery. The best learners also become the best teachers. To maximize continuous learning, set specific growth goals. Decide which skills, knowledge, areas, or habits you want to improve, and create a roadmap to reach them. Without clear goals, learning becomes random and ineffective. Specific goals focus your energy, time, and attention. They give purpose to every action and ensure that your learning contributes directly to your success. A strong learner also embraces adaptability. The world is constantly changing, and what works today may not work tomorrow. Continuous learning allows you to stay relevant, flexible, and prepared for change. Adaptability combined with learning ensures that challenges become opportunities rather than obstacles. Finally, continuous learning is about curiosity combined with action. Reading, listening, reflecting, and seeking advice are only useful if you apply them. Knowledge without execution is wasted potential. The person who learns and implements becomes skilled, experienced, and successful. The person who only learns remains stagnant no matter how much information they consume. In conclusion, growth is not accidental. It is intentional. It requires curiosity, consistency, application, reflection, and adaptability. Learning transforms your mind, skills, habits, and opportunities. Continuous learners evolve faster, achieve more, and stay ahead in a rapidly changing world. When you combine continuous learning with focus, discipline, resilience, time mastery, and the right mindset, you create unstoppable momentum. Learning every day is not just a habit. It is a lifestyle that guarantees growth, progress, and success. Remember, the person who stops learning stops growing. The person who learns every day grows stronger, wiser, and more capable every moment. To work smarter and harder, commit to continuous learning. Every day is an opportunity to improve. Every lesson is a step closer to the life you dream of. Growth is endless, and your potential is limitless. Chapter 10. The Final Path. Bringing it all together. Success is not built in a single moment. It is built through thousands of small actions, decisions, habits, and choices that you make every day. Throughout this book, you have learned the essential principles that shape a productive, powerful, and purposeful life. Now, in this final chapter, it is time to bring everything together to connect every lesson, every strategy, and every mindset into one complete system. This system will guide you toward a life where you consistently work smarter and harder, achieve meaningful results, and grow into the person you were meant to become. The first truth you must accept is this: success is a lifestyle, not an event. It is not something you reach once and then stop. It is a daily practice. It is a commitment. It is a mindset. Smart work gives you direction. Hard work gives you progress. Together, they create achievement. When you make success a lifestyle, you stop depending on motivation and start depending on discipline. You stop chasing shortcuts and start building real habits. You stop dreaming someday and start acting today. Everything starts with clarity. Without clear goals, you cannot direct your energy. Without vision, you cannot stay consistent. Without purpose, you cannot endure challenges. Smart work begins with knowing exactly what you want and why you want it. Hard work begins when you commit yourself fully to pursuing that goal, no matter how long it takes. Clarity gives your journey meaning. Purpose gives your journey strength. Once your goals are clear, you need discipline. Not the kind of discipline that feels forced, but the discipline that comes from understanding your priorities. Discipline is doing what must be done, even when you don't feel like Italiano. It is choosing growth over comfort, progress over excuses, effort over laziness. Discipline is the engine behind both smart work and hard work. Without discipline, even the best strategies fail. With discipline, even simple strategies succeed. Another core principle in your journey is focus. The world is full of distractions, noise, opinions, temptations, instant gratification. Focus is the ability to silence the noise and give your attention to what truly matters. When you work with focus, your output doubles, your quality increases, and your time becomes more valuable. Smart work teaches you what to focus on. Hard work teaches you how long to stay focused. Together, they make your productivity unstoppable. As you move on your path, you will face obstacles. You will experience failure, rejection, setbacks, and moments of doubt. This is where resilience becomes your greatest strength. Resilience means you do not break when life gets tough. You bend, adjust, learn, and rise again. Every challenge you face will either weaken you or strengthen you, and you always have the power to choose. When you choose strength, your future becomes unshakable. Another powerful tool in your success system is continuous learning. Growth does not stop at one level. The world keeps changing, and you must evolve with it. Learn every day. Improve every day. Seek knowledge, new skills, better habits, and deeper understanding. Learning is how you stay ahead. Learning is how you stay prepared. Learning is how you turn potential into progress. As you grow internally, your external environment matters too. The people you surround yourself with influence your mindset, motivation, and standards. Build a circle of people who encourage growth, not negativity. Seek mentors, not critics. Stay close to those who see your potential, not those who limit your dreams. A strong environment gives you energy. A weak environment drains you. Choose wisely. Then comes the power of consistency. One day of effort means nothing. 1 week of motivation means nothing. Success belongs to those who show up again and again, even when it feels slow, even when it feels invisible. Consistency turns small habits into big achievements. Consistency turns weaknesses into strengths. Consistency turns dreams into reality. If you cannot be consistent, you cannot be successful. But if you master consistency, your results will multiply. As all these principles come together, you begin to build momentum. Momentum is when your progress becomes easier, faster, and stronger because of the work you have already done. Momentum makes success feel natural. It turns effort into routine, and routine into mastery. But momentum requires one thing: never stopping. Every time you quit, you lose momentum. Every time you persist, you gain power. With momentum comes confidence. Not the fake confidence that disappears during difficulty, but real confidence built through experience, action, and achievement. Real confidence says, I can do this. I can handle challenges. I can grow from setbacks. I can become better every day. Confidence is not given. It is earned, and you earn it by working smarter and harder day after day. As you move further, you must also practice gratitude. Gratitude keeps you humble, grounded, and emotionally balanced. It reminds you of how far you have come. It helps you appreciate small progress. It protects your mind from negativity and comparison. Gratitude strengthens your spirit, and a strong spirit strengthens your journey. Another element of a successful life is balance. Working smarter and harder does not mean destroying your health or peace. It means using your time, energy, and effort wisely. Balance your work with rest. Balance your goals with relationships. Balance your ambition with well-being. Burnout kills progress. Balance protects it. And finally, understand this truth. Your journey is unique. You don't need to compete with anyone else. You don't need to follow someone else's timeline. You don't need to impress the world. Your success is for you. Your growth is for you. Your discipline, resilience, learning, habits, and actions are all for your life. Once you stop comparing yourself to others, you free your mind to focus on your own potential. In this final chapter, everything comes together. Clarity gives direction. Discipline gives strength. Focus gives speed. Resilience gives endurance. Learning gives improvement. Consistency gives results. Momentum gives power. Confidence gives courage. Gratitude gives peace. Balance gives stability. When you combine all these with smart work and hard work, your success becomes unstoppable. Your life becomes meaningful. Your future becomes powerful. Final conclusion: you have the ability to create the life you dream of. You have the strength to overcome any obstacle. You have the potential to grow beyond any limit. But potential becomes reality only when you take action, the right action, consistently, with a strong mindset and a disciplined heart. This book has given you the tools. Now you must use them. Work smarter. Choose wisely. Plan effectively. Think clearly. Work harder. Stay disciplined. Stay focused. Stay committed. Grow every day mentally, emotionally, and skillfully. Overcome every challenge with resilience and courage. Believe in yourself more than anyone else ever could. Your future begins now. Your journey begins now. Your transformation begins now. This is your moment. This is your path. This is your life. Go forward with strength. Go forward with clarity. Go forward with purpose. Work smarter, work harder, and create the life you were born to live.